Day Street Books and HarperAudio present The Kingdom of Prep, the inside story of the rise and near fall of J.Crew, by Maggie Bullock, read by Cheryl Smith. For my boys, Nick, Finn, and Max, always. Introduction. On May 4th, 2020, 6 weeks into the first global pandemic in a century, J.Crew filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Within hours, true believers came out of the woodwork. On digital platforms that could not have been fathomed back when the company printed its first catalog in 1983, tributes piled up. They read like sympathy cards to an old friend. "My email is literally loves J.Crew. We're pulling for you. We've been best friends for a long time now, and I refuse to break up. Forever a J.Crew girl." What was it about J.Crew? I had been pondering this question since 2019, when Vanity Fair assigned me the task of figuring out why the golden brand of the Obama era had been reduced to rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic, as the Washington Post had recently put it. The pandemic shutdown was not the cause of J.Crew's problems, more like a final straw. The company had suffered extensive pre-existing conditions for years: crushing debt, a spin cycle of failed execs, irate customers decrying problems of quality, fit, pricing, lackluster clothes, and a major identity crisis. How could this happen to a company people once loved? This was the right assignment for me, for a few reasons. I'd spent my career covering beauty, fashion, and culture, mostly as an editor at Elle and Vogue. And for most of that time, I kept a J.Crew shopping cart bookmarked on my laptop, ready to press "Buy Now" whenever the right sale code struck. Not everyone is susceptible to the magic J.Crew once embodied. The delicate brine of a clam bake wafting in the air, the particular romance of a misty morning at a rustic lake house. Lots of people see no particular allure in a rumpled chambray shirt or the well-trod cliché of a bateau stripe. I happen to be the kind of person who is susceptible. But by the time Vanity Fair came calling, I was also like any other customer, occasionally buying summer sandals at 60% off in what appeared to be a never-ending fire sale, wondering what the hell had gone wrong with the company that once handily provided the basic building blocks of my wardrobe. Walking into any J.Crew store at that point was confusing. The brand that once arguably had the most clear-cut identity and aesthetic in mass retail seemed to have no discernible identity at all. The clothes were an uninspired mishmash of trends in noticeably subpar fabrics. Even the racks themselves seemed somehow dejected. Was I imagining it? Or was that heart-printed frock a little slumped on its hanger, as if it, too, was depressed by this recent state of affairs? Why couldn't J.Crew get it together? Was it simply another casualty of the retail apocalypse that had been steamrolling once great American brands for years, leaving tumbleweeds bumbling down the corridors of American malls? Or was this condition more specific to J.Crew? What I found were two things. Yes, of course, it was.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?